Good morning. Welcome back to Rise and Grind. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Like I always say, if Sunday's the Lord day, then Monday's for making money and making moves.
We
Get
need to
your
coin
ass
that.
up.
We need to put that on a t-shirt
We
or
got to
something
put on a
for
t-shirt.
you.
Get up, get the crusties at those eyes. It's Monday. I was actually joking around with some of the team members at Adapting Social because there's a lot of Adapting Social team members who put like that Friday beers thing all the time. Where
Yeah,
it's like, it's on Thursday night.
Friday,
On Thursday night, they put Friday's almost here. And I'm like with a bunch of my friends who own businesses. I'm like, I'm going to start an account that's like Monday's almost here. And I start posting it on Sunday, people's favorite day.
It's traumatizing people.
Monday's
Giving
almost
everybody
here.
the
I'm
Sunday
so
scaries.
100%. I freaking love
Do
it.
you get Sunday scaries?
No, I get so pumped for Monday.
Yeah, I could see that.
I literally love Mondays.
I get excited. Sometimes I get but I get Sunday scaries more so about like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do this week.
Right.
But it's never like,
yeah.
oh gosh.
But you know what? This is the thing though. I feel like, you know what, I changed it. My whole, like, I guess thought process changed around it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say back in like Red Bank. So when we were in Red Bank, I remember I had Sunday Scaries mania.
I bet.
and it's funny because I would always do my Motivation Mondays. That started in Red Bank, right? And Jack,
did it start because you had Sunday Scaries and had to pull yourself?
That's why I started Motivation Mondays.
Oh my God, that's so smart. It's like
that was my like, I'm gonna bring
mindset.
myself to a positive mantra.
Yeah.
And so I started doing the Motivation Mondays, and then fast forward, I said to myself, like, all right, what do I not like about Monday? And obviously, it's like, all right, you gotta, whatever you're facing that week, right? Mm-hmm. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, this is our lives, right?
That's
and
true.
So the same way, so I remember at the time, which you know, and some of the team members know, there was a ton of different things that I had going on with anxiety at that time. Mm-hmm. But the same, I heard this guy say that the same, when you are having like an anxiety attack, right, and that adrenaline's rushing, mm-hmm. the same, your brain identifies you being really excited about something or anxious in almost the same exact pathway. But if you shift it, right, you can change it to like excited, happy energy versus like, oh my God, the world's ending energy, right?
That's so true.
And so anyway, so when I was going through that journey, and I was like always tripping about Mondays and like what's going on, team members, you know, clients, whatever, back in 2017, that's what shifted that for me. So I just like was like, all right, instead of me being worried about everything that's going to happen, I have to do it anyway.
You also,
so let's fucking have fun.
Gave me, I feel like you say this, but this is a piece of advice that you've given me that stuck with me. Like, if you already anticipate that your week is going to be a little nutty, like there's going to be challenges that arise and issues that you're going to have to battle, and there's going to be a little bit of chaos and multitasking and juggling, and if you already anticipate that coming into the week, you're not going to be so anxious because it's just, it is what it is. Like,
Facts. You're ready. You can brace yourself.
Yeah, and take the reins and just go for it. And you're not going to be, because like that anxiety comes from being surprised or like not knowing what your week is going to look like. But if you are bracing yourself for it and you're ready for it, then imagine you have like the best week possible.
Right. And you're like, yo, that was a fire week.
Nothing that you were anxious about actually played out.
Right.
You know,
or it typically isn't as bad as you thought it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, like the best example, and I always use that example when I talk about that, is like if you go to a doctor's office, we always all expect to wait, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're at a doctor's office and you're not expecting to wait and you're expecting to get in and out, like I was this morning when I got my blood drawn, I went the first appointment at 7 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Well, actually, I didn't have an appointment. I just showed up.
Oh my gosh.
But normally it's dead at like that early. And I waited an hour and a half, right? So I waited an hour and a half.
That's way too long. I'm so surprised you actually sat there.
I was literally about to leave. But anyway, my point though is like if I got there and the lady was like, hey, it's going to be about an hour and a half, just so you know, I would be like, all right, I'm going to go work or do something and I'll come back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I didn't know. So back to your point is that like, if you know that in your week, you're going to deal with some clients, you're going to deal with some team member things, you're going to deal with some personal life things, and you're expecting, you're not just like, oh shit, like, damn, this happened to me, then you're going to be in a better position, right? Bottom line. So anyway, 100%. Yeah. So anyway, happy Monday. Get them crusties out those eyes. And hold on, we got to give Em a quick shout out. Em, so we're trying something new here. Em, so what's up real quick? Emily is now going to be part of this with us. So when we ask you for stuff or like talk about stuff, bam, Emily, what's up?
Bam. Hi, guys. Happy Monday.
Happy
I'm
Monday.
nervous.
Is it on you right now?
Yeah.
Let's go. And for people that are watching,
Back to you.
back to us. Back to us. Em's gonna hit us with a motivation Monday today though later.
Oh
all
my
right?
gosh. She's like, no. We have my mom's commenting in. Happy Monday, AS. I'm gonna show that comment really quick. Happy Monday, Mom.
Happy Monday, Juicy. Let's go, Juice.
I
Oh
love
wait,
that.
Juicy's birthday's coming up.
It is.
Happy
yeah,
almost
on
birthday,
Friday.
Juicy.
On Friday. Every year she just turns 21 all over
That's
again.
what I was gonna say, wait a
the
second.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's where you get it from.
That's yeah. The apple doesn't fall far.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna kick off the first topic. Have you seen Barstool Beach House? on
I
social media?
actually just saw it. You
Yes.
brought it up to me like offline, but I saw it for the first time yesterday.
I am slightly obsessed just because I didn't think I was going to be so into it or that it would be so popular,
Yeah.
but they are getting hundreds of thousands of views on every single video they're posting.
Mhm.
And they're essentially
That's it.
that's
Just
it.
kidding.
On
Did you guys
every
see that?
single
Did you guys see
video?
that trend too, though? When like people are saying like that's it, like it's like a woman says it to her husband.
No.
In certain instances, like she's like, "How much do you think that mansion costs?" And he's like, "I don't know, like 15 million." She's like, "That's it." And then he's like, "What?" And it's like the same thing for everything. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
That's so funny. But essentially, so they have a social crew following them around, just
Yeah.
taping it and
On
then
phones, right?
on phones,
Not
yeah,
on actual.
No,
That's why I love
which
Barstool.
I'm mind blown actually because it's all just on their phones. They're not even mic'd up. Like
Right.
you're just kind of like trying to hear what's going on in different conversations, but it's getting such good traction. And then I saw that, so that's Barstool doing it on its own. It's getting a ton.
So
of engagement and
so
views.
what about it do you like?
It's like
You want a shore house? Is that what you're
it's
saying?
like the Jersey Shore all over again, but
Yeah.
with Barstool, which like like Barstool energy is just really raw and fun
Right,
and
right.
like rowdy.
Right.
And
Oh,
they're
Barstool energy. I want to ask your opinion. So what's adapting social energy? Lately?
adapting social energy is not rowdy like Barstool. Is absolutely not.
Barstool's nuts.
I feel like we have a different level of sophistication. Sorry, Barstool.
True.
Like way different level
Yeah.
of sophistication.
Yeah.
But also what's cool, why I think I like it so much is they're right here. So they're going to all of these beach bars
Oh.
that we're at. I don't know. I think they're either in Manasquan or Belmar. I feel like they might be in Manasquan.
I think
'cause
Squan,
they're
though, 'cause
always at Osprey and Leggett's and like
Because the dude. So when we did the Commodity deal with
Mhm.
Barstool, when we met everybody, the dude who I believe actually I haven't watched and saw who is on the cast for it, but one of the dudes who did the Commodity deal with us is from Manasquan. So I would assume somebody there would be
interesting.
like, let's do it around
Yeah.
there.
So it's
Yeah.
it's cool to see them at like a bunch of different bars that we go to as
Right.
well, and just like the
I-
stupid, but also to see. So what's been happening is their social team and production team they stir up drama. Like we saw it,
Right.
we've seen it with, like Bravo or like different television stations, but they'll stir up drama and then post it, and then the people who are actually starring don't know about it until afterwards, and they're like, that's not even what happened, or like that wasn't the full clip or the full conversation, and they're like calling each other out.
Right.
So
I'm
it's
curious if anybody
really
here watches this. So Emily, you said you watch it too?
So let me to my camera. I haven't really watched it, but my brother has been watching it
Like
on
talking about
TikTok constantly because it's basically like a live stream of them. They're like
Mm.
uploading every 15 minutes
Wow.
or so.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Emily
like
was
they're
made
just
for
like
the camera. Look at
live.
her. She
I
was made
know.
for the camera.
right.
But wait, but like, how old is your brother?
My brother is, I'm on Meg's camera. My brother is 27 now.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
he's not
that's
like super young.
interesting. And obviously Meg's 21. And you watch it.
Yeah.
But so you don't watch it personally, you're just hearing about it.
I'm just hearing about it.
Gotcha.
Oh
gotcha,
my
okay.
gosh. Yeah, no, I'm so deep into these. And because they are posting every few minutes. So it's kind of like you're there,
But-
like getting live updates of everything.
Yeah.
But I bring it up because that's Barstool. Cozy Earth. Are you familiar with that brand?
Mm-mm.
They do bedding, pajamas, like linens and things of that
You wear
sort.
those?
Yeah, some cozy.
Cozy Earth just sounds like it's so cozy.
It is cozy, but
Very cottony.
they're doing the same thing basically. So they're doing a reality TV show on social media, but it's a challenge. It's called the Bed Rot Challenge, where basically they invite contestants and they have to, the person who stays in bed the longest, they're all in one room, wins $25,000. And then they're live streaming
Stays in bed the longest?
recording. But they'll bring in
I was built for this.
but they'll bring in like tarantulas and like put them
Oh,
on the bed, or they'll
damn.
put like, yeah, and you can't leave. And I don't know. I mean, I'd imagine like you have to like get up to go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Right.
But otherwise, you can't leave the bed. Like you're just
Right.
confined to your like little twin bed.
Wow.
But-
Twin?
Yeah.
Damn.
But they're posting it on social as if it's a reality TV show.
Hmm.
So
So we got to think about how we could do that.
yeah, it's really interesting how, I mean, and it makes sense too. Like I scroll more on social than I watch TV. Like I don't really watch TV that much, but
Do you
I
know
am
what?
like constantly scrolling.
I'm with you now on that, and I hate that I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but
like,
that's how I get my entertainment.
yeah.
It's
You
so
know-
funny.
Good.
Well, I was gonna say I watched Goodfellas for the first time last night, and I watched it because I've seen more social clips of it, than
yeah.
I have. Like I've never seen the full movie. I've only
Right.
seen clips of it.
There's a
on
million of them
social,
on TikTok.
to the point where I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to watch this movie now because.
Right. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm with you though. Like right now, like Jack. So like when I grew up, my mom used to always watch the Osbournes.
Mhm.
And so like, now that Ozzy died, R.I.P. I'm like, you know what? Let me freaking turn this back on. It's on Prime Video, right? So I was like, let me just turn this thing on. So I started watching it, and what I realized is that, like, to your point about Goodfellas, is that like I started to watch it because I saw all these clips
Mhm.
on TikTok. I'm like, this guy is so fun. Let me turn it back on. But every time I'm watching it on there, I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
So like I don't fully watch anything anywhere. Actually.
Yeah.
But we just started watching Breaking Bad for the first time. Did you ever see that? Did you watch the whole thing?
I don't think I watched the last season. I watched the first.
You watched
few.
the majority of it?
Yeah.
See, so like the beginning's so slow, but my brother
Yeah.
Brandon's like, dude, you got to keep going, and like it gets better. But I'm like, I want to see this dude who's like dying, freaking selling
It's
drugs.
kind of
Like
sad at first, isn't it? I've tried to watch it.
it
like,
is
3
super.
times.
Yeah, actually, it's
I
like
can't get past I think the first season. I
Yeah.
just can't get past it because has cancer and
Right.
he's dying and he's trying to find a way to just like.
I
make
loved
a living.
when he quit the car wash. And he tells the dude I don't know what the guy's nationality is, but he has big ass fluffy eyebrows. And he's like, "Fuck you and your eyebrows."
Oh my god! Oh
It was
my
fantastic.
gosh!
But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's like, what's interesting about this whole Barstool thing is that like, we keep seeing new ways to like consume TV. Where like
Mhm.
it's gonna be so interesting when like Love Island does something like that now, right?
I could totally
because-
see Love Island doing.
You know what I
something
mean? 'Cause,
that,
like,
bringing it to social.
Yeah, because the whole time that like I don't really watch TV often, like, but when I do, I'm either working or like I would like to watch something productive,
Mhm.
and so I'm just fucking scrolling, like you're saying,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
It's
the only thing I did watch though on the Barstool thing is I pulled it up because you kept talking about it, so I was like, let me just see what this is.
Mhm.
I go to it, and it was literally one clip. I forget. I don't know what this dude's name is, but he's like the nerdy one. He's like the nerdy guy. I don't know his name, but anyway, he's sitting there in a chair, and it's Sunday, and everyone's trying to get rowdy, and he like clearly like is visibly hungover and doesn't want to keep partying, and they're like, dude, that's why they call it like, oh my god, freaking not rowdy, getting rowdy. I don't know, whatever. Like get up and just keep drinking, right?
Oh yeah.
Like hair of the dog type of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know what the younger kids are calling it now, but
Mhm.
anyway, so like, they're like, come on, get up, and he's like, let me just go to the bathroom and I'll go and I'll start it again. And I remember just thinking like, damn, like these people doing it, they're like late 20s, right? Like
Yeah.
by the time I was late 20s, I wasn't like doing it that much.
So
So
there's a big joke because they brought on this guy Dante, who's
Oh,
like,
and he
in
looks
his
older,
He's
right?
in his 40s, and he didn't know there was an email that got sent out to a bunch of people like, hey, we're doing this thing. If you're interested, let me know.
Yeah.
So he replied back to Dave and was like, hey, like, yeah, I'd be interested. And Dave was like, oh yeah, you're in. Like, you're in. But he didn't know any of the details. He didn't know that it was going to be like the Jersey Shore or
Right,
anything like that. So
right.
he got casted
right.
with a bunch of 20-something-year-olds who are drinking all the time. And
Oh my god.
he's just like really struggling. But what's interesting is they all have their own individual podcasts or brands, or like they
Mhm.
do something there that, you know,
So they're trying to
adds-
promote themselves.
yeah, which
Yeah.
smart. It's really
Yeah.
smart because a lot of those faces I now am very familiar with, and like now I know, but I wouldn't have known them.
But this
beforehand.
is proving the point back to like how you have like social media is now the new form of entertainment.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like this is literally proof of it.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, 100%.
But speaking of that, let's move on to the topic I gave you. That's just like stirring up the world right now.
Hazel Boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you heard about this?
yeah.
Have you guys ever been there? No, have you ever been there?
I went to school with the owners.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with the owners, and it's so interesting because on their end, I actually checked in with a few people who are close to that family this weekend and was like, hey, like, what's going on with this? And they're saying that what you see on social media didn't happen the way that it played out, that they asked for her name and contact information for insurance purposes, but they weren't like, you can't leave until you give us your credit card. They were just like, we need to file an insurance claim, so they're gonna ask for your information.
Yeah.
And it ended up blowing up. And now the owner, keeps posting on her story, like, she keeps getting DMs of people being like, you're a piece of shit, you're this, that, the other, like, I'm gonna beat up your husband, like, I'm gonna like
what?
And so it's just like really crazy, but goes to show you how quickly something can go viral and like completely either destroy or help a small business, because it's crazy how much and Hazel was doing really well. Like Alex Earl brought a lot of light to it a few years ago.
Did she work there too? Is that why that was like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she worked there like years and years and years
Yeah, before she blew up. So my brother's girlfirst works there.
Oh,
and she was there when this whole thing happened.
Oh my God. So what's her take on it?
She was like in the video for a sec when it happened, just to check on them. But this is the thing. So like at first I was like, when you first hear it, like, you know, blow up and everyone's like, oh my God, like, you know, they mistreated this mother and a daughter and stuff like that. I was like, damn, like having kids. I'm like, that's not cool. Right. As she sips Dunkin', not Hazel Boutique coffee.
No, Emily moved off of me very strategically. I picked up my coffee.
Oh, damn it. You weren't even on her. Oh, this is not sponsored by Dunkin'. But anyway, so the only thing is, like, at first I was like, damn, like, you know, that's kind of messed up that they, you know, treated the mother like that. But you know what, like at the end of the day, it's like, this is my take on it now, right? Like, the mother released an open letter sharing that the owners reached out, like they're all good, like they settled everything, they squashed it, you know, and that she doesn't give anybody permission to use her daughter's face in anything, right? And because now those clips keep going viral with her daughter and her mother.
Oh gosh.
And so like, but what's so crazy to me though is that like this is the thing that people don't understand. Am I on right now? Boom, ma'am, thank you. But like, this is the thing I don't understand, right? Is that the second that people get the ability to bash somebody who's doing well, right? Like they turn so 360 on like these owners, or is it two people who own it?
Yeah, sisters.
But they literally turn so quickly, and I just like nonstop. I just see this in the feed where it's like people are like, "I'm never shopping there again," or "I hate them." When like literally before this, like people are like, no negativity. Hazel's the best.
Hazel's like a cult. Like the people who shop there, it's like a cult. Like you love Hazel Boutique. Like
right.
If you shop there, you have their sweatshirts. You have like, you're a proud promoter.
Right.
And in a matter of
right,
you know.
But this is the part that like when people like over the past like I don't know 10 maybe like 20 years to I don't know 10 to 20 years like. Being a business owner has been so much more glorified, right? It's like cool now. It's like a lot more business owners like the, you know, Tony Robbins and Gary Vee, you know, those other people like that, like became like celebrities, right? So it made like being a business owner like more like sexy and it more, you know, glorified. And it's like these are the things behind the scenes that people don't see, but now is being made public. And like this lady and I guess these sisters are getting bashed because of how this was handled, right? Like, were they there? Were they the ones that were doing this? No, like there were people that were working for them. Their employees were there. How they handled it, obviously, you know, maybe wouldn't have been how they would have handled it. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it's like one of these things where it's like, you just see like business owners, the second that people see an opportunity or a window to get in and just fucking kick them in the nuts, they're going to do it. And I just constantly see these videos. I grew up with the same thing you just said. I grew up with these girls. I used to shop there. You know, I moved away. Now I'll never shop there. It's like, okay, like really, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like these, and besides my brother working there, I've never stepped foot in there. I don't know anything about this place, but I'm just talking purely from the stance of like just business owners in general. And it's like that part for me is like what I don't like about this whole thing, right? If they came back and in an open letter were like, this mother was an a-hole and like, you know, and was talking shit about like the family for the table, you know, breaking and stuff, that would be completely different, right? Yeah. But like at the end of the day, it's like people, I just don't like that people, the second they have the ability to start trolling, people just come out of the woodworks and people just are so negative, right? And I remember when obviously, you know, we working with like Danielle Cabral and having her on the podcast and like her just like showing me some of the stuff that people are messaging her and saying to her. I can't imagine when you're in the like the spotlight like that, right? And so it's like people are so negative and they're such like cyber, bitches that they're just like, oh, I'm going to go off on this girl, or I'm going to go off on this business, or I'm going to go off on this person who's on TV. And it's so fucked up. And it's like if you were in that position, like you would be like, yo, why is everybody pressing me right now over this? But anyway, that's the only I don't like about it. And there's this whole Hazel Boutique Table account that has like so many followers.
Really?
It's like just about the table and then memeing and like just like shitting on them and saying how terrible it is and like driving by.
What's crazy is that in a week, no one's even gonna remember this, right? Like these things.
But this account has like a couple 100,000 followers.
That's crazy.
Which is nuts. But on top of it, like they're posting so regular, and I don't know if it's just one clip they keep playing or they grab like multiple clips, but they keep posting clips saying like, oh, another Saturday or Sunday and nobody's at the cafe, like passing by it. And it's like, anyway, but like to your point where you're like, yeah, in a week, nobody cares. But this is the issue is that I remember when I was growing up, right. And I'd have like a fucking big pimple on my face or something. I'd be like, Mom, I'm not going to school, whatever. People are gonna be talking about it. And Mom would always say, John, they're talking about you today. They're not going to think about you tomorrow. Right. Like you just said.
Yeah.
But the difference is you have somebody who is running an account that wants to keep pushing this topic and wants to keep it going. Right. So people are malicious and you can now.
And that's social media now too, is like there's people like that and you can do that. There was a competitor of Hazel's that actually spoke out and said basically what you're saying, like, hey, from business owner.
It doesn't matter.
I can't remember, but they have a location in Red Bank in New York. And they put out no, but they put out a story that said, Hazel is actually one of our competitors, but small business, we would never want to see a small business hurt because of something a misunderstanding that went viral on social media. People need to be a little bit more understanding and nicer to the fact that like you don't know the full story. Because there are a lot of people who are writing off Hazel now, and that could tremendously hurt a small business who was doing well for themselves.
Do you know what? Was it my sister? Was it my sister or my wife that said this? But like, they were saying that, like you said, there's a cult like following for that brand for like all the like the younger girls and whoever else that like just locally likes to shop there and stuff like that. And the people who are saying all this shit are people who don't go there.
That is so true.
And so they're like, all right, well, like sales are not going to be affected because like realistically, the people who love Hazel and buy Hazel are going to keep buying Hazel. It's the people who don't wear Hazel that are like essentially talking shit and like saying it, right? Emily said she's going to go get a sweatshirt.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like since I never really heard of it before and now I have because of this whole incident, it's making me want to go.
I kind of feel like it's like your vibe almost.
Probably because it's like a boutique and a coffee shop, right?
No, I think it's primarily a boutique first.
Yeah, boutique.
But they opened up one in Lavallette that apparently has like a coffee shop attached to it. Yeah. And by the way, again, were you finished with that?
Well, I was just gonna say let me get back to my camera. They say sometimes like bad press is still good press because it's like now you're getting.
Kanye said that back in the day.
Is that a Kanye quote?
That's it.
That's my motivation.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But like, I didn't even know about it before, so now I want to go.
Yeah. But honestly, be honest with you, don't you think she would kind of rock their vibe a little bit? I feel like she'd wear their stuff.
Yeah, because it's like it's a beach boutique, so it's very much her vibe.
Yeah. So on that note, anyway, to wrap that up, just stop, guys. In general, stop like kicking small businesses when they're down. I hate that, and like it just goes to show you how. Again, I think it's not just small businesses, but I'm going to obviously defend small businesses because that's what I do for a living over the past 17 years. But like at the end of the day, it's like stop kicking businesses when they're down. Like people should be supporting businesses, like, and that's how I say, like, especially small businesses that are local. You know what I mean? Like those are the businesses that are in your community that are supporting the soccer teams, putting their logo and brands on kids' teams, like, getting involved, giving back, doing so many things. And it's like, that's the problems that people don't see, that they just want to keep spreading this hate the second they have an opportunity to. And I hate that. It's so shitty. And being a business owner, the thing that people don't realize is like, again, like these people have to make payroll, right? These people have to buy merch. These people have to keep the lights on, pay rent, and try to live their own lives and support their own families and stuff. So on top of that, when you're kicking people, you're not just kicking people, you're kicking a bunch of their employees. You're kicking, whoever they're supporting, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, stop spreading hate when especially when it's a small business. Nobody, like, I said this forever ago. I don't remember when the hell I said this, but like you'll probably recall it when I was like, yo, so it was one of the small business Saturdays when I was like, stop worrying about Kylie and Kendall Jenner's fucking stupid lipstick. It's like nobody cares about that shit. They don't do anything for anybody. That's a lie. I'm sure they do a lot of charitable things, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure they have to. It's a great tax write-off. But at the end of the day, it's like, the thing is this, like, they're not in your community. They're not supporting you in your community. So it's like, when you see a small business, like, you know, you should be like, especially if they're good people, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, support small businesses, you know, stop trying to go after these big, cool, glamorous businesses and throwing support that's never going to come back to you. These people don't care about you. Local businesses that are in your industry and in your space, better yet, in your geographic, they do care, right? They send their kids to your schools. They're all involved in your community, right? So it's like, at the end of the day, like, you should be supporting small businesses. Stop kicking people. And again, I don't even know any of these people at Hazel, by the way. I don't know any of these people, right? Like, you know, I don't know anything about their character or nothing. I just know I love small business. I love, you know, just business ownership and entrepreneurship. I just hate people who get so happy when they see people down.
Yeah, it's messed up.
You know, on a shitty situation like that.
Yeah.
You know, but then on the other side of it, why have a freaking like couch table in a cafe?
I agree with that.
That
too.
part I'm just confused about.
But you know,
but
what?
they are sexy though. I
It's
would say they're
like-
sexy, but they should have been underneath a mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's like, we live and we learn. Like, how many businesses try things out and then make a mistake and have to, like, you know, learn the hard way?
100%.
We've all been there. And then I'm just going to transition to Elf is another one. You were just talking about big
Ooh.
brands, and Elf, which is a makeup brand, is getting a ton of backlash right now because they partnered with Matt Rife.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Matt Rife is, right? The comedian.
Yes.
So they partnered with him as an influencer, and what ended up happening is people were saying, like, how could you partner with Matt when he makes so many jokes about domestic violence and like the way that women are treated, and this is a makeup brand, so how could you bring on somebody who jokes about such serious things that women go through? And Elf came back and said, basically, like, hey, listen, like, when we choose, first of all, there's a ton of creators that we partner with. Yes, we could have done a better job vetting our influencers, but also when you take a look at the people that follow Matt, it's all our demographic, right? So he might joke about a certain thing, but our demographic, our target audience is still following him. So, you know, he's the right influencer to work with.
Yeah.
So really interesting. It just goes to show that, like, even the biggest brands can do something that they feel like really aligns with their strategy, and people are still going to have something to say about it.
100%.
So, all right. I got one more topic here.
All right.
Which I'm really not happy about.
What is it?
Meta is reducing their ad targeting parameters again because
I know, everyone's always beating Meta up.
Oh my gosh, I'm really upset with Meta.
Yeah.
Recently, just because the amount they're really trying to push their AI tools, like lean on our AI to target the right audience and to put the right ad placements out to the right people, but they're messing it up entirely. And so what's happening is, for advertisers, we're losing control over who exactly gets the ad and in what format and what language is being used,
right?
Because they're trying to push, like, AI will just make it specific to that person,
right?
So it was one thing to have both options, right? Like, maybe you wanted to test AI out, but you still wanted to control your targeting audience. Now they're removing those options even more. So really, really interesting. What's going to happen now is Meta is essentially going to put together who it thinks is your best target audience and then put your ad out to them. And if it's not right, you're going to have to know how to optimize the campaign with these new AI tools to reach the right audience. Which not a lot of people know how to do, but we do.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. But that's the thing though. It's like, there's so many like issues still with AI in so many ways when it comes to our industry.
I mean, we're still like, in the grand scheme of things, we are so early on with AI still.
The best way to say it, like, if you're out there hearing a bunch of people saying, like, it's going to be a junior level, or right now it's like a junior level, or it's continuing to be a junior level engineer, like coding engineer. It's like, it makes a lot of sense because, like, a lot of the shit is like so bad. Like I saw this like one trend where it's like, take a picture. I'm sure people are going to do this now. Take a picture of your kitchen and ask ChatGPT to remodel it in like the way you would like want, like whatever like vibe you like. So I was like, all right, let me try this thing. Yo, it literally like was like talking to a baby. I'm like, all right, remodel this, make it modern, simplistic, and with a bohemian twist, right? And this thing, I gave it the picture, like, use my picture. It kept giving me somebody's different kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
And then it gave me like the one that was like closest to my kitchen still was all fucked up. And I was just like, I had to keep explaining. And that's the difference. It's like when you hire somebody, so like for small business owners, they're like, oh yeah, AI does everything for me. It's like when you are using AI, it's essentially like having somebody who's super, super green, like that can do things really quickly. But like you need to explain, and keep going back. And eventually you'll get it. And people hire people like agencies because they don't have time. They don't want to deal with that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like at the end of the day, it's like that's where it is. It's not like just feed it something and it's going to be good. So that's why with this whole targeting stuff, like the issue is it's going to keep giving agencies an issue with clients because it's like, oh, you know, we're handcuffed to this new, you know, targeting stuff. They're limiting this, they're limiting that. And ultimately, like, again, a lot of SMBs are like, I need this to work yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait forever. And I don't care about Mark Zuckerberg's new targeting thing. So that's the only difficult thing that obviously we face, any marketer faces, with the pressure of like obviously getting this out, you know, and to produce more results. So it's annoying, but
yep. But we'll see.
What are we gonna do?
We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Em, what do you got for us for the Motivation Monday? Hit us with a little something. Boom. Let's say it one more time. Come on. One more time for the people in the back.
Well, what we said was what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Direct quote from Kanye West. But I would say that this week too, try something new that challenges you. Like our little setup and me being on camera. This is our motivation for today.
Let's go.
I love that.
But you know what though? I love that. And I'm going to just piggyback on that actually, because so Chris Helmsworth, that Australian actor dude, he has this new thing that's on Disney about like Limitless, it's called. And anyway, I didn't watch the full thing yet. I just saw a couple previews to it, but he says something there that I thought was amazing. But he's like, you have to do something every day that you're uncomfortable doing because it grows your ability as a person to be better at dealing with conflict and dealing with different things that are challenging. Because like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, there are people with going back to the whole anxiety thing with me, right? It's like when I sat down, I talked to that first guy, my anxiety coach, you know, he was like, John, everybody has to do things they don't want to do. And people who have anxiety have to deal with that even further, right? In some cases, if you have situational anxieties. And anyway, I remember him saying that to me. I'm like, damn. And so it's like when that mantra is so powerful, where it's like, if you do 1 to 2 things every day you don't want to do that are uncomfortable, like that's so good for you. And it's helped me significantly. I think what started like my journey, I don't have an ice plunge. I think I'm gonna get one eventually, but like I do just a cold shower every morning for the past like
get it.
I know I feel like I should at this point. But a cold shower, right? Which is way colder in the winter, by the way. Like fucking freezing in the winter time. In the summer, it's like, this isn't so bad. But every morning, especially in the winter time, I turn on the shower and I'm like, fuck. I'm just like thinking of a reason not to get in, right? And I'm like, just do it. And it's like, that's one little simple thing, right? It's like they say, like, you know, do one thing that's positive to start your day, like make your bed, right? That's boom, that's a win, right? It's like, that's why I love that. And because it's like when you do stuff that's uncomfortable every day, you're going to get stronger, right? And I think that's the key mentally.
Well, and what's happening is you're building trust with yourself that you can get through uncomfortable things.
100%.
That's where the anxiety comes from, is panicking like, I can't do this, something's going to happen. And it's like, the more you do it, the more it's like, well, I can do difficult things and I can get through a challenge. So
Megan learned that in yoga.
I did learn that in yoga.
Boom.
I did learn that in
you
yoga.
See that?
Yeah. You
from
can
a little
do tough
somebody.
things. You know, I actually say that a lot to myself when Emily has me in a weird position that I definitely can't do. I'm like, I can do tough things.
I can do this, but just not the standing on something challenge.
Breaths.
We can't do that.
Go
guys.
back to your breath, except for I can do it now in heels. We both tried at home and it's a lot easier.
Is it?
Yeah.
We needed the heels. We were unprepared.
I had flat
shoes.
shoes.
The heels the thing?
Yeah, because you're like standing. Because when your foot's like that, like your heel is on something versus like we were like floating.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that's so confusing to me because like what you had like platform shoes that I thought would be like
no, it's like it adds support to the back. Well, redo. We got to do a redo.
Yeah.
We'll bring.
I just keep seeing these things of like this one lady who owns a nail polish place. She literally was standing. Her heel was on a nail polish.
That's crazy.
And it was then the front of her foot was on like 2 nail or maybe 4 nail polishes. But it was like, and then I saw the after, and like when she like got off it, it was on top of a desk.
Oh my god!
In the freaking thing.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, how are they doing this?
Oh my god!
I don't think that's true. I sent Meg a post
Yeah.
of like someone either like broke their spine or their neck or something like trying this
Yeah.
challenge.
My
How
goodness.
could you balance on a nail polish?
There's a million of them out there. We'll show. We're gonna have
That's
to show it
crazy.
later. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, I saw a million of them that were on nail polishes on a freaking Stanley Cup.
Yeah. The Stanley Cup is wild.
But that's a lot more real estate than a nail polish.
Yeah.
Though. The nail polish, like the heel was like so. Anyway, whatever. Happy Monday, guys. Okay, happy Monday. Wipe the crusties off those eyes. Let's make some moves, guys. We'll see you back here next Monday at 9 a.m.